We're laughing and talking, the popcorn is popping, yeah. In my PJs, love the way we vibe, this girl talk all night, yeah. In my PJs.
You guys are so
Hey everyone!
Hey guys!
Welcome back to In My PJs with the fabulous host of In My PJs. Hello, hello. Hey, start with myself, Amika Louise, the free spirit.
Tara, the misunderstood on the face. Crystal, Quiet Storm, Crystal Freedom.
And last but not least, the millennial, Shelly Latrice.
So today's topic. Oh gosh, this is kind of deep. Why did the devil make me do it? So, did the devil really make you do it? Or did you subconsciously know what you really was doing and just need an outlet? I'm just saying, I know me, myself, I'm guilty. I done done some things, I done said some things, and I done blamed it on the devil. You know, knowing good and well. Especially after you wake up that next morning.
Look, that's
Sorry,
why I'm turn this way.
I had to take a sip on it. But after you wake up that next morning and you feeling bad, like, oh my God, I'm not gonna do this no more. Why did I let him come over? Oh my goodness.
Right.
Was that subconscious?
No.
Or was that the devil? The devil ain't make you do that. You did it because you wanted to do it.
Right.
So deal with your consequences. Deal with your consequences and move on, get over it, be done with it.
Yeah.
I don't believe that the devil has that much power.
He does.
Yeah, I'm a very rational person.
Right.
And I typically like to believe that the devil is not inside of me. So
You said not?
not
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So I know when I'm doing right and wrong. And I know, right from wrong.
But even if you think about it, I mean, biblically, it says you may get tempted.
Yeah.
It's not. You still have a choice.
I was gonna say he's very what you call it when
Lax.
No. Where he can just
Like,
persuade you to do
comforting.
some
But
stuff.
It's not even. But you have.
I mean, you
a
still
choice.
gotta make the decision.
You have to
I'm
make
just
the decision.
saying,
He might
makes it
whisper
so
in your
easy,
ear,
right?
but to me, I feel like we definitely give the devil so much more power than God has even
He
told us
should.
to
Exactly.
have. Like,
yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
when you'll be amazed, going back biblically, you'll be amazed when you see him. Basically, like this little runt, this is the person that's been causing all this trouble, and it's like you gotta really come to grips that no, it's not the devil that's making you do anything. It's your choice on the things you should do. And also, we were talking a little bit earlier about it's a girl on Instagram that I follow, and I just forgot her name. But she made a video, and Shelly, you may have seen it. But she made this video about how God, give me a sign.
Yeah.
Give me a sign, Lord, on why I shouldn't go over such and so house.
Oh, that
Give
was a
me
real
sign.
story?
It was a video. Like she made it as a funny video. I have to show you. I'm sorry I forgot her name, but it's so funny. I like her videos. So she was like, God. She also made videos about Queen Petty. So being petty and stuff. But and so she was like, oh my God, Lord, give me a sign about why I shouldn't go over Johnny's house. And it was like the car wouldn't start. And then she was like, okay, Lord, I can take an Uber. But Lord, can you really give me a sign on why I shouldn't go over Johnny's house? And then it was like another thing happened. And then she was like, okay, Lord, I don't think you heard me. So, Lord, can you give me a sign? I just want to go do Netflix and chill, And then the next sign was Monique's video on why we should boycott Netflix.
Wow.
It was so funny, but it's such a reality. I feel like when you want to do what you want to do, it doesn't matter if God gives you, because usually God gives you a way of escape.
Yeah.
When you know it's something you ain't supposed to do,
He tried.
the phone will ring to tell you like, oh, I shouldn't go.
Yeah. For real.
Or
But we ain't
alarm
gonna
goes off.
Yeah, I've had so many signs, but I ignored some of them. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we all have.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
And then got up the
I
next day
think-
and called my girl like, girl.
I don't even know
Because
why.
sometimes you don't want to be like, okay, well, am I just tripping? Like, am I just over? Because sometimes like you can be like,
Like,
well,
I'm just
maybe I'm just too
exaggerating.
paranoid.
Yeah, right.
But if you blatantly know,
Well, yeah,
No.
that's funny. But yeah, so please stop blaming the devil. He didn't make you
Well,
do
the
anything.
devil do make people do stuff.
But then you have to open the door for the devil.
Right, you gotta allow the devil
Devil to come in
and do it.
and do some things. Yeah, I believe, I truly believe, because I've been seeing deliverance services and different things of that nature. And usually they tell you, like, it's a door that somehow you've opened the door to allow him to have some type of
that type of
control
control and
or
stuff.
anything of that nature. And it could be, you've seen people play with Ouija boards, not thinking how serious that stuff
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Or you can,
Okay.
you know, like,
I get it.
so deliverance is really, really real if you ever seen somebody go through deliverance. And even as a Christian, I feel like I've been through some form of deliverance. It's not like an exorcist or anything of that nature, but I've been through deliverance myself.
Okay.
And it's just little, it could be something like seeds you let grow. Anger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, make sure I'm bitter and
Ooh,
stuff.
you okay, boo?
Yeah.
You know, like anger, fear, or
That's like
you know, I'm mad at this person, but I don't want to have unforgiveness. Yeah. Have unforgiveness,
Didn't know the
you know,
table,
let that
yeah.
take root, and that can grow
Yeah.
into some things that you may be delivered.
And you know, I think something else I think that we do, because I really feel like within all of us is good and evil. It's just it's a decision away from whatever you're gonna allow it to dictate your life. You
Right.
know, but I think that sometimes we. Let me see. How can I put this? I'm not 100% sure how I can put this, because I don't want to be offensive to anybody. But I guess I just have to be real. Like, I really don't, I don't believe in the whole devil thing. And I know, I believe in spirits. You know what I'm saying? Like, those demonic spirits. I do believe that you be around people, some of those spirits will run off, they'll rub off on you and stuff. And I also believe that people, we're so powerful that we create stories and we create things that doesn't exist, and then we give in to that. We give in to that, and then next thing you know, you create this whole story about this person over here. You hate her guts. Can't tell nobody why you hate her. It's just something about her. I hate her. You know what I'm saying? And if you allow that little
That little-
leaven,
that little
leaven,
leaven,
little
yeah.
lump,
It'll keep,
Yeah.
it's
so
a
it's
snowball
really
effect.
you. Like,
Yeah.
you hate
On some
yourself
instances.
that much that you will go out of
But
your
yeah.
way to try to display it and put it on this person
Somebody
over
else.
here. And
But you
Person
just said
ain't done
it.
that to you.
You hate yourself so much.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you are just the reflection of self. So a lot of times, if I can't stand you, it's really I'm recognizing something that I may can't stand in
About
myself.
Or something that I want
yeah,
for myself that
Right,
you
that I
have,
can't,
that I don't have.
that I don't have. So a lot of times it's that reflection or something going on with you. Because if I love myself, I can love my neighbor
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah,
easily,
That's
right?
what
It don't
you
matter.
gotta
That's
be
what.
able to do.
But or I can love my enemy if I love myself, because I'm not gonna let you affect me. So a lot of times it still goes back to people not loving themselves.
Okay, hold on, come on. So, I love me. I love myself.
right.
But you just said something. Loving your enemy. And I know that is in the Bible. I'm still a work in progress.
Oh,
Don't judge me.
mhm.
Thou shalt not be
I'm
judged.
just saying. Because enemy, when you do for people, you love on people, you try to support people, you encourage people, and they turn around and just keep punching you and just dogging you and kicking you in the ground. How are you supposed to love that person?
Right.
And I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, because I do believe
I
that.
got an answer for you.
Yeah, I'm still there, and I still
And I think
pray for the
we're all
people.
growing.
Every
to get
morning, my prayers are for friends, family, and foe. I still pray for my enemies.
Right.
And I still love my enemies. But can I deal with them? Can I ever accept them back into my life or my heart?
I think you can love them from a distance.
I don't know if I
think
want
that
to.
you don't have to.
Accept them into
Yeah.
your personal space
Personal.
because they violated that.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
really have actually stepped away themselves.
And
Like, they
cracked all the
removed
trust,
themselves.
right.
Yeah, I mean, we can't be dumb.
I don't
You know,
think,
I
but
think-
I don't think it's a thing about just being dumb about the situation more than it is. I think a lot of times is why do we love a person? One.
Okay.
And am I doing? How can I say it? Am I doing it am I loving from a God perspective, or am I loving from a self perspective
Mhm, okay.
sometimes. Because, and I think it's a way to get to loving from the God perspective and leaving stuff out of it. So when I get up today, this day, I'm surrendering this day, this love for you, Lord, to walk in whatever comes my way in surrendering it to you. Where when we have self, you're not really doing what I want you to do. So since you're not really doing what I want you to do and the way I want you to do it, I'm hurt. So it's a self thing. So now it's like I really don't care about. Now I can't really love you because you're not loving. You're not doing what I feel you should be doing for me to satisfy what I need.
Conditions put
Where
on
me
the
and my
life.
husband is a perfect example, right?
Mhm.
We're in the process of learning how to love each other from two separate cultures. We wasn't raised together, so when you have that, so now it's like, do I go to God like, okay, I mean, when he upsets me some days, I'm like going to God like, I don't think I should say I'm sorry, but for me to go to
That
God,
Virgo.
Don't blame the Lord on that one. That's you.
That's the Virgos.
but no, I mean, I've grown to actually go to God to say, okay, Lord, why did I react this way, or why did that upset me so much that I don't even want to, like I got an attitude, or why I gotta be the first one to apologize? Why do I have to? And he was like, let me deal with him. But if you're gonna love me the way you say you love me, and you want to grow spiritually like you say you want to grow spiritually, and you want to be a light and a reflection like you say you want to, and live for me, then here it is. You got to get up,
Baby.
and go apologize, even if you feel you're right or wrong.
Right.
That's deep. I mean, no, I feel you.
And so I sat there like, that's not right. Like, and I'm sorry, I'm talking to my daddy. So when I'm talking to my daddy, I'm like, that's not fair. He's like, okay, mope all you want, but what's your choice?
Yeah.
And I got up. I'm sorry, baby. And when you get there, it's better because he already dealing with him on the other side. So it's a good foundation that we already have our foundation based on God, where I know he's going to be in there praying the same way I am. And even though I know he prays for me daily, I see, he told me the other day, he was like, I see the change in you. I don't know it's a change in me, but I do, because I know I got up and gave him.
Be real.
I'm sorry, baby. It was me. I don't understand why or I do know why this got to me the way it did. And we're still growing, but I think it's just being willing to say, how can I love this neighbor? Or how can I love this enemy? Like, I had people, I'm like, what? He was like, now send an anonymous gift. And it gotta be anonymous?
And I gotta send a gift? What? Part of the game is that?
I'm gonna have my Tiki camera.
That is so interesting because that's just like what I went through 6 months ago.
Yeah.
That situation, I remember praying and asking God to remove anything that is not for me, anything that is against me.
Oh, yeah.
And when he removed that, that broke my heart. And I split plenty of tears over that. Then one day I was like, okay, you know what, it is what it is. But I still pray that he or she is okay. I still want the best for them. And if I see them out, I'll probably, hey, I don't know.
Right.
But how will I ever, if we ever do cross paths again and we mend whatever was broken, or we figure out why God removed us from one another, how do you regain that trust? Like, how do you even go back to that place that you were before? Because we were so thick, so tight, like I could never see a wedge. So when it was put there, it's like, okay, so I can never go back there. And I understand what you say, give it to God.
But okay, I have a question. What is giving something to God?
Just don't
Not
worry
worrying about it. Not trying to fix it, not trying to resolve it, not trying to pick up the phone, not trying to reach out. Let him handle it, because he's handling them on the other end. He's already dealt with me and gave me my acceptance and my peace. So he's dealing with them. And when you two cross paths again, whatever
You
is
know.
gonna happen,
You
And
know.
then you can't. You don't. I would say don't expect to
Other person.
come back as tight as you were. Because
Exactly,
you're gonna
even
be
the
two
first
different.
time.
You're gonna be
And then-
not even the first time, but you're gonna be two separate people.
Yeah.
Because in
It's
the
easy.
time
Different.
you've experienced something, that person experienced something, and it could be y'all might be better, y'all might
Yeah.
not be as
There's
close.
there's some friendships that
Exactly.
never get mended where you're on that level ever
Yes,
again because there are seasons for everything and everybody.
Absolutely.
And we have to accept that too.
Yeah.
But as long this is my thing. You don't have to be in my life. We could have been the best of friends. Something happened. You're not in my life no more. My desire is I just want peace with everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So my ultimate goal would be we don't have to be cool no more, but when I see you, I want to be able to hug you,
Yeah,
be able to
exactly.
carry. I mean, genuine hug,
Genuine,
genuine conversation,
Right, and be
and I
genuine.
see you when I see you.
Exactly.
I won't. Probably won't ever call you, especially if I felt like you did something to betray me. To where if I have you near me,
Close,
that
you
it could
might
be
betray
something
me.
detrimental to me.
Exactly.
I have to protect myself. We're here for self-preservation. Can't nobody protect us like us. You know,
Exactly.
But I think
So-
I can agree to an extent
right?
because I know God protects me.
Right.
I know He protects me.
But what?
So if
okay,
He
so
allows
if He protected you, how did that detriment? How did that division come in your relationship?
the
I'm
division,
bringing it-
I'm gonna tell you why. I can think of a situation, right?
Mhm.
Where I was in a relationship with a person.
Well, okay, I was speaking like in general.
But
If God's protecting you, why did this happen?
Right.
We're very quick. We're very quick to say, you know, well, we're very. Some things I believe that it's the God in us. We can work out our own things. You know what I'm saying? Some things we know. Some things I don't even have to pray to God about. He's already told me. Like I don't have to go to Him over and over again about the same situation. Once I take it there, I'm done.
Well-
it don't ever have to, happen again. And when I say take it there, I mean just crying out, having someone to cry out to.
Right.
That's gonna be unbiased. I'm by myself. I could have been embarrassed about the whole situation,
Right.
feeling like I was dumb as hell,
Right.
being taken advantage of, and I needed to cry because it's something about crying. It cleanses
Yes,
you,
it's
cleansing.
and I think it makes room.
yeah,
It
definitely.
makes room for correction for myself. And I think that if we honest with ourselves, there are some things that we could have, different decisions we could have made early
Exactly.
on
Absolutely.
to deter that from happening. But we doubting ourselves,
Mhm.
saying, you know what, it may not be. What happened to us just really having faith and confidence in ourselves and making these decisions to go ahead and protect ourselves and stuff, because signs are always given when someone is going to betray you. All the betrayals I've ever had, when I go back, I can pinpoint, you know what, when they did this, I should have known. We all have those.
But see, I can counter that.
Okay.
So that's why I was just about to say that the relationship that I was in, I can't necessarily tell you I had any signs that I was going to be betrayed. But the sign I did have was that in that relationship, I didn't have the solid foundation of God in the midst of it. And I think with any relationship, I know for a fact, me and you have a solid foundation with God in our relationship.
Okay.
I have a solid foundation with God. Why? I'm praying for y'all.
Okay.
I allowed that solid foundation to drop with this particular relationship. So, with me allowing that particular foundation to kind of drop in that relationship, I'm honestly, I don't remember to this day. The only thing I didn't do was pray. I didn't see the signs.
Oh.
To me, there was no necessarily signs that was blaring out.
Okay.
But when the first sign came, because of the relationship and the type of relationship it was, I didn't leave because I'm like, if I'm in this for the long haul, like I say I was going to be, I can't flee from the first sign of something being wrong.
And isn't that crazy how
But
it makes
I started praying before that sign dropped. So it was
it was a revelation.
It was
for
a
you.
revelation
Okay.
for me. But I know my downfall was where in my marriage, okay, Lord, who is this? Should I give him my number?
Yeah.
I'm literally, I didn't have my personal phone cell. Something was broke. My phone was broke or something. All I have is my work cell. I don't give my work cell out.
Yeah.
But when my husband asked me for my work cell,
Did you give it to him?
God was like, give it to him.
I know that's right.
I said, I usually, and he can confirm, I usually don't give this number out, but here you go.
Mm-hmm.
For the first 7 days, it was a conversation about God.
Mm.
We text. It wasn't even a phone conversation.
Right.
We text for the first 5 days, just pure text about worship, God, prayer,
Awesome.
this
It
is that.
awesome.
Day 6, he was like, "Can I come see you?"
Oh.
Sure, but I'm in my pajamas. I'm not being extra for no more. I'm not being extra. I'm being me.
The shit.
Like me being a millennial or whatever, like it's kind of odd, or for some people my age, for me to bring up God, or you know,
Yes.
and I'd be like, you know, so for you to say, well, you know, you have to start foundation, but like foundations on God and stuff like that. But I have realized the ones that I do have foundations with God or whatever, it did last a long time or whatever, and that's the people that, you know, help me out and stuff.
And it's your communication, right?
Yeah.
So don't lower your standards.
Yeah.
I remember being
According
younger, we lower
You
our
do.
standards because people told us that we, in order to get a man, we have to have. Or
And they
do.
tell you, look, you got all that stuff. Ain't nobody gonna want to be your
Yes.
friend. You know, you want all that and gotta require all that for them. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody finna fuck with you.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
I was literally, I
our
was talking to any
standards.
male at all.
Pay attention to the signs.
And it's good.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Uh-huh.
Because
And I'm fine.
you gotta know what you want.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you know the standards
In order
and
to
the
attract
groundwork,
Mhm.
in order to get there when you're ready.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
take your time.
And this
Yeah,
is
'cause
even in
I
a
just-
friendship as well, not just
Yeah, exactly.
someone you're
Very
dating, but
important in
even in a
relationships.
friendship. 'Cause my
Mhm.
situation wasn't someone I was dating, but that's
Right.
even in a friendship.
Oh yeah. I went through
Everybody's
something major
not-
like that.
Yes, everybody's
Even
not
with your
made to.
family too.
Yes.
Baby,
Because
listen.
I'm relating
More
this
so.
to like my parents also too. Because
Yeah.
I've had like rough spots with both of my parents,
Mhm.
and about, you know, how like you guys were talking about coming back and the relationship being not as good or whatever.
Yeah.
I went through that like literally like with my mom, and I'm probably gonna go like through that with my dad with everything that's going on. So, you know.
You might need that right
Yeah.
now. She's so cute.
Thank you.
Once we realize that the devil is actually our own tormented souls, we'll be okay. Because
Or
what you
the
doing?
devil can be somebody else in
Yeah.
disguise, somebody that you thought was an okay person.
Mm.
You gotta pay attention to the signs. I saw the signs, but
Yeah.
you couldn't have
They're never
told
what they
me.
are.
No,
In the
these
beginning.
were clear.
Were they clear?
No, these were
So
clear.
what? Okay, so what was
These
it?
were actually
What was
clear.
Why?
These were very clear. I just think that I was in denial, like,
Ain't no way.
oh, please. This is my people's. Like, we cry together, we pray together. Like, come on,
Yeah.
what? No. But, yeah, they were there.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were
sounds
there,
good.
so I just, saw different. And life, goes
So
on.
we see what we want to see,
Mhm.
and we
Absolutely.
don't see what we don't want to see.
Right.
Mhm.
And then also too, I even think about biblically, it says it said the enemy entered into Judas before he betrayed Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
It
so
literally
in
says he entered.
spirits.
Yeah, I
into
would
him.
say
That
like
stuff is real.
I had people that like, I mean, like the last dude that I was dating or whatever, like I felt like he was like, you know how people just have like a certain, like they just going through stuff, they just like, just going through the loophole and you trying to help them out or whatever.
Yeah.
But it just be like, okay, I feel like myself, I'm going more into your world more than
And you're
Oh,
dragging
yeah.
me.
Yeah,
You're dragging my
exactly.
drama.
And we
Yeah.
try to fix everything.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm a
Lord.
fixer, like
I'm a fixer.
We have to
because
learn how to
we as
let it
women
go,
are natural
ladies.
nurturers.
Yeah, I feel you.
And
We are.
that's our flaw. We care, we love. Don't let us see the best in you.
yeah,
And,
Yes,
and you don't see it in yourself.
exactly.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's me.
I will patch you up, put a bow on you. You're gonna
Exactly.
be the best thing out
And
there.
fix you up for the next person.
Yeah, build it. I've done it. I've done it.
Build a
I've
good
done it.
workshop.
Build a good workshop for the next
Build a
chick.
good-
Yeah. I believed in you. I helped you.
Yeah.
Girl, Yeah, been there, done that. Not again.
But then I also think
Different.
about
I
how,
probably will, but it will definitely be parameters.
Yeah,
And it's gonna be a little different, and what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to give me a down payment on what it is that you need
She said
need
down
to help you do. You know, you have to invest in yourself. That's what they say
Yeah.
now. I was watching A&R. Somebody was talking about someone in the music industry. How can they branch up into it? And they're saying, okay, so now you have to let me know how much you willing to invest in yourself before I invest in you. So that when I said, you know,
Right,
yeah, that's what they're gonna have to do. I have to see
Yeah.
how much you really care about yourself
yeah,
before I start
exactly.
just, ooh, let me go in there and
Yeah,
wash your
right.
back and you ain't even brushing your teeth. What's the
Exactly.
purpose?
Seriously.
What's the purpose?
Mhm.
When you start brushing your teeth,
Right.
then I'll wash your back, boo.
Right.
How about if you ain't brushing your teeth? We just can't do it. How about that? Let's just start there.
No, that's for real.
No.
Right, I mean, I need you to come to the table with something,
Yeah.
because I'm coming with something.
Besides
We
your
need to-
penis.
exactly. Because you can get that now.
And I don't care how big it is,
Right, it don't matter. You can buy that anywhere. Quit playing.
how pretty.
Right.
The devil made me do
No.
Yes.
The devil made it.
I almost was
Girl,
sinking.
yeah. Sometimes you be like, oh.
That's
So yeah, no, I think, and was it Darren? Or was it Duran?
Duran.
Duran. Okay, he said something too. Now I'm too busy focusing on trying to say his name right, but he had made a mention of something. I was gonna tie it together, but
Wasn't him talking about when we rolled the dice? It's for priorities.
he had said something else. Well,
It'll come
I guess I
back
have
to
to play. I'm gonna have to watch
me.
it.
Rewind the show and then comment
see
and
what
comment.
like. Oh yeah, that's what.
That's
I'm
what I
gonna
was
do
trying
that
to
one. Then I'm gonna watch this one, and then I'm gonna put the two together and be like, that's
Bring
what
it
it
back.
was.
That's what I meant to say. This is what I really meant to say.
Yeah.
So basically, in essence, you know, I think people should just stop blaming the devil for what's going on
Yeah,
in
listen-
their life. Just listen to yourself.
Take
Like you said
responsibility.
at the first or second episode about Cat Williams in the mirror,
Oh
you
yeah.
are your star player.
Yeah.
And people just don't.
Yeah.
People don't understand.
Stop making excuses. This is a time of excuses. I can't do this because of that. I can't do this because.
I ain't never
Shut
seen so many people.
up.
Yes,
Everything
talking
is
about
an excuse.
Woe
Just
is me.
Mhm.
woe is me.
Mhm.
No,
But that's because, and then you gotta think about it. Society is teaching everybody to be me,
Yeah.
right?
I was
Whether
just
good
telling
or
my
bad,
mom
right?
that.
So you think about like,
About like everybody is more like for self now.
yeah,
Nobody is like together.
Trying to help.
Like you know.
there's
but-
no
but-
unity.
So this is what I think with that, because I think that is a good, solid foundational place to be, because you can't do anything for anyone else if you're not doing
Yeah.
it for yourself.
But
that's-
it's a way
that-
of doing it.
It is, and sometimes it may take some people longer to get there, but I think it's a great place to start, because
Mhm.
I thought I was helping other people when I wasn't doing for myself.
Yeah.
And until maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago, something clicked, and I'm like, hold on, I'm constantly giving to you, I don't have it. It's almost like I'm overdrawing my account.
Right.
I'm overdrawn, and I'm
Yeah.
overdrawn to
Emotionally.
where I can't even go get nothing out for myself. I have to go
Yeah.
to a whole new other bank to see,
Yeah.
you know,
It's a
what I
figure
can
out
do to
what makes
live.
it- Yeah.
I think, so I
But I think
it's
it's
a
talking
good,
about vanity. It's one thing to have
but I think
to
it's all
take
good because we
self-care.
grow from it.
Self
We grow
care.
from it. We learn. Everything is first. Put myself first. And I started putting myself first, and then I realized, okay, there is a process to this thing. It's just not me,
Exactly.
but it's me, and I can still help you indirectly, but I still gotta make sure
I
it's
gotta
good
take
for me
care of it
first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I said. So I think it's the
So it took me
self-care.
time. It
It's a
takes time to
self-care.
learn it, and
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Just learn it. Be
I'm
open to
in
learning
that
it.
spot right now, especially like
Yeah.
taking care of my family and my mom.
It's
and my
hard.
grandma.
Yeah.
And because if I'm working full time and then taking care of my family and stuff, it's less that I have to do, you know, that I get to do for myself. And me doing the music and everything else, so it's just like, I'm definitely learning. But
Yeah.
I'm
It has to fit into, everything has to fit into your life.
Exactly.
You can't fit into everything else.
Exactly.
It's only you.
Mhm.
So if it doesn't fit you,
Exactly.
you have to reevaluate it and see if it really belongs. And that's how I started. If
Exactly.
it's, and I understand some things are gonna be painful regardless. Nothing, no two people, I mean, we're raised differently. You're not gonna, but you're gonna know if this person, after a while, because I've learned, I've been messed up to where I just knew this person was for me and come to find out they really were not. I've gone through several like that.
Mhm.
But now I think I've gotten it down to science.
Yeah.
and I'm just a little bit more attentive. You know, and I look at things a little differently now because I really want the best for me.
Mhm.
And I want the best for you, and I want the best for you, and I can't give you the best if I'm not at my best.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Everything
Yeah,
and every
I
person
let
that
people
impacts me
in
impacts
because
y'all.
myself.
Individually,
Yeah.
you know? So,
Mhm.
yeah, that's how I got
So y'all
These
stop
days.
blaming everything on the devil.
Please.
It's not his fault. He
Right.
don't exist. Stop giving him power.
it. All right.
And you run in that bathroom after you make that phone call and he say come over and you freshen it up. It ain't the devil, boo.
No.
It's you.
Yeah.
I
Have no regrets.
said I definitely
Yeah, have
agree with
no
that.
regrets are bad.
Regrets
Yeah.
are bad. Just
They
learn
are
from
bad.
it.
Yeah, let's accept and grow.
Don't regret. Forget.
When you do that, you said don't regret, forget.
Forget.
When you cussing people out at work tomorrow, it's not the devil. It's
No.
you.
It's
That's
you.
a choice.
Yeah.
It's the things on
It's
your
because they done
chest.
pissed you off and got on your nerves.
Yeah.
Don't
Maybe
blame it
just
on the
stop and
devil.
take a breather.
Yeah.
Reflect.
Do
Yeah.
like I do. I type shit out
You try to-
first.
try to
And by the
understand.
time I type it out, I don't have to tell them anymore. This really helped me.
Because it lets you out. They tell you to
Because
write
no,
it
I
out.
said to
That
you,
no.
baby, we probably
Uh-huh.
gonna be fighting and everything.
That's kind of how I started out writing though.
No,
I would
I
cuss you out so
had
good on a text message.
But no,
baby.
Even in counseling, that, I
They
mean,
tell you
that's what
write
they
it down
tell you
something.
as far as the stuff that
Don't
I'm learning.
listen.
If you write it,
It does
write
something.
it and throw it away, basically.
Okay.
When you're,
It is something.
say like it's somebody that you want to,
lives.
that may have hurt you, it could be family, parents, or anything of that nature, you may have been abused. They tell you to write how you
Yeah,
feel.
right to them.
Get it
Tell them
out.
how you-
And once you
Yes.
get it out, you don't
It's
have to necessarily send them
something.
because sometimes you can't send it.
Yep.
Right? Because they may have passed on or
Yeah.
anything, but it's
It-
very
it's
healing to
relieving.
actually
Healing.
yes, to
Yes.
get it out. So I agree.
I probably,
I hit
really.
send a couple times. Sorry.
Did you? I typed it up and then I'm like, okay, I'm being a little
No, I
bit
hit
too
send a
harsh.
couple times.
So I go back and I
Right.
change it 2 or 3 times, and by the time I'm done, I'm like, fuck, I'm not even about to send it, but I feel better and I've let it go.
Mhm. I mean, but I'm pretty
Work
sure
in
we
progress.
Yeah, you're like, I'll take notes.
Work in progress. I hit send a couple times. Probably shouldn't have. I mean, but
Hey, you did it.
I'm a work in progress. Don't judge me.
live and you learn, right?
Yes,
Live
we
and
do.
you learn.
You guys, what are your thoughts on it? Do you
Right.
believe that the devil make you do things? We would like to know.
Right.
I mean, please, we're not perfect. Well, some of us are perfect. But we would like to know your input and how do you deal with when you're making decisions that you find are not favorable for you or for others. Do you blame yourself? Do you blame others? Did the devil make you do it for real? You know, because if he really made you do it, there's places that, you know,
You see,
that-
I'm gonna let you choke. I know. You ain't really
There
think I knew
places-
it.
I can send a few names of the places you can go to. Help people out. No judgment zone. I'm gonna help you.
And cut.
Yeah, we do
Look.
do delivery.
Oh, they're sleeping. It's time to go to bed.
That was
It's
hilarious.
bedtime.
She said, 'cause if he really made you do it.
Yeah, you know. It's
There's some places for people like you. And we're not saying that there's anything wrong with that because a lot of people need that help.
That's
And I
no,
put those
seriously.
places in place for a reason to help
Yes,
people
for
who really
real. They're really
have
doing
those
that.
issues. And we'll visit
So
that next
honestly,
month
for real.
because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we will
Oh,
visit that. Yes.
awesome. So I'm joking and everything, but I'm so like genuine. I'm joking, but please don't take it to heart.
Right.
Seriously, we are here for you, and I'm sure amongst us. We can provide some resources, please.
Yes, please
Don't do what
comment.
the devil say. The devil isn't always a good guy. It doesn't always have you doing good things. So.
Right.
Stop giving him the power.
Yes, 'cause
Exactly.
you are the power. You have
So
all
as
the
of
power
right
you
now, my God is telling me that I'm sleepy and I need to go to bed. So
My God is telling me to turn up. Sorry, I'm playing.
our millennial will be turning up.
I be going home. I be sleeping
I'm
in my
old,
bed.
I'm sleepy, so I'm going to bed.
Right.
Go to the
Thank you
studio.
again for tuning in.
Thank you guys so
In my
much. We
PJs.
appreciate you.
Thank
So
you.
next Monday, Keely Sharia will be back.
Yes.
See you next Monday, 9 o'clock. If you have
9 p.m.
questions,
Yes,
comment
please.
below, send us an email. Follow the hashtag
Please.
at NYPJ.
Oh yes, and please share our page with your friends and
Yes,
family.
yes,
Have them watch the
subscribe.
show. Make a fun
Subscribe.
time out of it. Maybe at someone's house this week
Yeah.
on a Monday, you guys can go live. Let us know you're watching the show.
Absolutely.
And then maybe next week someone else's place. But support us. We appreciate you.
We should invite like some of our supporters, maybe.
Oh,
We
Ooh,
got
a
ideas.
special-
If we go live one day, so we'll go live and invite
Yeah.
some of you guys in.
Yeah.
Work in progress. Thank
Yes.
you for being patient. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate you so
Good
much.
night.
Good night.
Good night.
See you next week.
Laughing and talking, the popcorn is popping, yeah.